right, all right. Are we live? We good? We good? Let me see. We seem like we good. Everything's excellent. Oh man, why is it doing this? Um, Hold on. Let me see. We should be good. Should be good. We should be good. Everything seems to be going. What I might need to do is just this. Five. Sorry guys. Let me just fix that really quickly. Fix it really quickly. I want to talk about let me see. Let's see if they found the guy who shot at Trump. AK-47 GoPro. Shots were fired. AK was up in the bushes. That's crazy, bro. How do you even get that close with the gun? How do you even get that close with a gun? Oh, they got a picture of the dude. They got a picture of him. If you guys can hear me, they had caught the man who tried to well, it's a second assassination attempt on Trump, named Ryan. Oh, Ryan, white dude. Listen, man. As long as he's not black, man, I'm happy, man. As long as Trump's alive too. Trump's alive. The guy's not black. It's a good day, man. We caught the dude. Let's find out how he got the information. Like, that's crazy. How did they? That is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. They caught the guy. They have caught the man who tried to assassinate Trump. So they've caught the guy who was trying to assassinate Trump. This is a big day. This is a big, big news day. So the man who tried to assassinate President Trump, identified as Ryan Rolfe. Ralph, an avid Biden Biden slash Harris reporter who called Trump a threat to democracy. This is what we've been saying. You need to stop calling Trump a threat to democracy. This rhetoric of you guys calling him that is not helping. It's not helping. It's hurting you guys. It is 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 hurting you guys. That is crazy to me. How you guys are calling this man a threat to democracy, and yet he's the one getting shot at. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. This is crazy to me to see that I how there's so many, how this occurring again. This is crazy to me how this is occurring again for Trump. Like how does he keep getting targeted? That's so messed up, man. This is beyond sad. It's like this our country, like, you guys keep calling him a threat to democracy, and it's just, this is sad. This is honestly sad that we're here and this keeps happening. And just, it needs, accountability needs to occur, honestly. Accountability needs to occur because this is sad. This is really sad, pathetic of our country. That another assassination attempt on well, former president, but soon to be president, because I think he's gonna win. Trump posted telling him that he should. Ross posted a tweet to Joe Biden on X telling him that he should go to. Who? Wait, so is this the guy? Um, is this the guy? That's what I'm saying. This is the guy. This is the guy. I don't want to like get all his information. Like, I'll let the courts handle all that. But this is sad that we're at this position again within the U.S. and this is unfortunate that we're here again. And we need to be better. We need to honestly be better. This is ridiculous that this keeps happening. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, honestly, this is totally ridiculous that this keeps occurring. And like, how this keeps occurring. Like, how do we keep having people in office, or people who, like, people in office keep getting shot at. Like, this is ridiculous, and this should not be occurring again and again and again and again. Like, this is sad that we are here again. And like, this is really sad that the US, we're not doing better, we're not being better. Like, we're in a place where just, it's just, and this is a gaming channel, not gaming, but these are topics and stuff that really concerns me and everybody else. Like, this is really important that we need to get our stuff together as people, as US citizens, because we, people keep saying we are a third world country, but we're acting like it, more or less. We're acting it like it, and this is unfortunate that this keeps like this stuff like this keep occurring. This is really sad and pathetic that this keeps occurring. Like, this is really sad that this keeps occurring. I don't know why am I getting these little. This is really sad that this is occurring, guys. Let's see what else somebody says. Is this true? FBI. Blackwater CEO Eric Prescott.
Expound on that, because I have a feeling that that's going to be out here. You say that the Palm Beach Authority should not cede all power to the feds here, and
no way.
Can you please expound on that, because I have a feeling that that's going to be a large takeaway line here.
And even the governor of Florida should exert co-equal control on this. This happened in Florida's territory. The state governor has a direct interest in making sure this doesn't happen again in his state. Clearly, the federal government is incapable of doing these investigations if they're too political or too fraught with bias. So again, let the state government flex up, back the local government and say, enough, we want co-equal information on everything here. And I would not even turn that guy over to the feds until he has been thoroughly investigated, interrogated by the state and local authorities.
We've covered.
Hold up, the stream is still freezing on YouTube. Let's see if we can fix that. I don't know why it's still freezing on YouTube. Let me see something. Give me 1 second, guys. Play this in the background.
This extensively and had on members of the task force to investigate the Butler shooting, and they've come on this program, sir, and raged that all of the evidence was scrubbed, that the body was cremated, and that effectively they've been handed an empty bag by the FBI.
Yep. And exactly. And there's nothing that says the state government has to turn over any of this stuff to the feds. They can take a copy of everything that's on his phone, the registration of the vehicle, whatever DNA is in that vehicle, whatever DNA they might find on the shooter's rifle, all those things, a fully co-equal, fully transparent investigation run by the state of Florida.
You
That's crazy. See? Let's see. They say they found him. So saying this is the guy.
That currently in custody right now. Palm Beach Sheriff's Office says that he was taken into custody by the Martin County Sheriff's Office, just the county north of Palm Beach. Was taken into custody after escaping the scene in his black SUV. According to the sheriff in Palm Beach, he did not make any sort of initial statement when he was taken into custody. They're expected to be releasing more details, a mugshot, whatnot later, but we're continuing to dig into who he is, who Ryan Ruth is, where he's from, his background. We're seeing a little bit online. We want to be careful and make sure we have all of the information correct before we present it to our loyal viewers. But we can tell you right now that his name is Ryan Wesley Ruth. Eric, Molly.
And we want to be careful with the information because we want to get it from authorities and not go into speculation. Any sense, though, from what you've been able to determine, what could have potentially been a motive yet? Or is it much too early, David, in terms of politics, in terms of background, the fact that the gunman allegedly had a GoPro to potentially shoot and film and video what he was going to do and put it on social media? What allegedly motivated this potential assassin?
Well, I'm going to be honest. We don't know at this time. I mean, this is coming from two law enforcement sources. The name, I think they're trying to figure that stuff out right now. Every case is different, but for perspective, when it comes to motive, and this is a question that we've asked many times covering law enforcement, when can you decide what makes a motive? The July 13th shooter, Thomas Crooks, who died on the scene there and was killed by law enforcement, the FBI still has not been able to come out with a motive in that case. And
So they got the guy, Ryan Wesley Roof. He was definitely on the radar. Oh, they found tweets. I feel lucky to have been born in America with freedom. Guys, bear with me. This is crazy that this is happening. This is absolutely crazy. This is happening again. Again, guys. This is everybody's feeling. This is how everybody should be thinking. Again. This is crazy, man. Why they trying to kill Trump like that, man? This is crazy. This is absolutely bananas. Hold up, let me see something. This is absolutely bananas that's occurring. You and Biden should visit the injured people in the hospital from the Trump rally, attend to the funeral of the murdered man. Trump will never do anything for them. Show the world what compassion and humanity is all about. Crazy thing, he said he tweets this, but Trump actually went. He spoke to the wife. He did all that this dude's saying that Trump wouldn't do. That is bananas. Like bananas. This dude said that. But it shows you a lot about this person and what he thinks about Trump, which you don't know. You don't know what, like, we don't know what's in Trump's heart. You hear me? Which is crazy that people assume, oh, Trump is this and that. You guys don't know nothing about Trump. We don't. We honestly don't know anything about Trump to presume anything about this man. So that's the unfortunate part about it. That's the unfortunate part about it. Let me see. You should visit the victims in the hospital. Trump rallies. Trump certainly never would show the world. We are trying to say none of this warrants okay. They cannot convict Hunter Biden as the question on the application has no time frame. User or addicts in the last 10 minutes dedicate life when any pot user at any moment in life cannot buy a gun. That solves our gun control problem right there. No one can. Keep America democratic and free. Trump should make American slaves again. Okay, he had a lot of weird sayings, but nothing that warrants anything. Interesting. I'm trying to see what's the issue, see if I can fix this thing. Because we're glitching all in and out of, what's it call it? of trying to fix the streaming issue. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to fix the streaming issue completely. I'm trying to fix this thing. Which is unfortunate this is occurring. But you know, we gotta thug it through. This is so unfortunate this is occurring on a day like this. Nikki Haley, Rogan, this is weird. This guy get see. I'm not gonna say the Democrats put Trump live on. That's hard to say, but saying comments like that, what they're saying is it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help at all. Like those comments really. Like this is absolutely bonkers that this is occurring. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting a lot of technical issues. But we do know who the shooter is. It's this guy, white guy. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but it's very intriguing that this keeps occurring. Man, black people, man, go out, vote. Let's not use violence. That's enough. Let's not use violence at all. Nobody should be using violence for when it comes to especially politics. That's to me the dumbest thing you can do. Right? To me, that's the dumbest thing you can do. Using violence. Like, trying to fix something, guys. Give me one moment. this is the guy. This is the shooter of Trump.
Currently in custody right now. Palm Beach.
He tweeted at Trump, "While you were my choice," and stuff. Let's see something. This is crazy that this is occurring on a Sunday. Let's see what else is going on Twitter. Tom Brady.
Here we talked about the big wins for both these teams in week 1.
I love you, Tom, but we'll get to Tom. But let's see. An AK-47. How did he know where Trump was at? And we need a mug shot. This is interesting that this is occurring on a Sunday, guys. On a Sunday.
Statements to read. First from the Trump campaign, who writes, President Trump is safe following gunshots in his vicinity. No further details at this time. We also have a statement from the Secret Service, which I believe you have. I'll read it. The Secret Service, in conjunction with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, is investigating a protective incident involving former President Donald Trump that occurred shortly before 2 p.m. The former president is safe. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office will have more details soon, which referring to that press conference that's coming up. Now, as Arthel mentioned, statements to read. First from the
This happening on a Sunday is very, 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 very sad. Unfortunately, this is occurring on a Sunday, on the Lord's Day. Today is the Lord's Day, guys. And this is just sad that this is occurring. This is really sad that this is occurring on the Lord's Day. But this is the guy. We know who he is. Ryan, my boy, don't drop the soap. If they don't assassinate you, if you did this, if somebody told you to do this, you feel me? Shoot, we don't even know what was the reason why the other kid went up there and shot Trump. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. We don't even know the other reason. That's the crazy part. We don't even know the other reason why the kid went up there and shot at Trump. Why did that kid go up there and shoot at Trump? That's crazy to me. Like, that is crazy that this is occurring. This is occurring on a Sunday. On a Sunday, guys. This is occurring on a Sunday. This boy that is ballsy, man. That is ballsy. Okay, they found the items, so these are the items. So they're saying this is the stuff. Ballsy, man. Absolutely ballsy. That's absolutely ballsy that this is occurring again. Like, what the hell's going on? absolutely ballsy this is occurring. Absolutely ballsy. So this don't look like no AK. I could be wrong, but this doesn't look like an AK to me. Why do you have a GoPro? So they're saying the suspect was hidden in bushes with an AK-47 with a scope, 2 book bags, backpacks, and a GoPro. Someone put wild, not a Haitian or a drag king. Haitians are not a... Bro. Someone put worse your kind. Nah, this falls on Kamala. I'm not. Let's keep it a bean. We're gonna keep it a buck. This falls on Kamala and the Democrats. You guys keep calling Trump a threat to democracy. You guys keep pushing this narrative, and what do you guys expect to occur? Like, this narrative is not gonna help. You guys are making it. It's like movies when it's always the end of the world. The end of the world. You guys keep pushing this narrative. These people are gonna believe this stuff. And they're going to run with it, and then they're going to act on their own behalf, and they're not going to care about anybody's lives. And this is very, very dangerous. Beyond very, very dangerous. And we got to be better. Like, you guys have to be better completely. Because this is a joke. A complete effing joke that this keeps occurring. And this is sad on... This is just sad that this country keeps pushing this narrative. Like, this is beyond sad. Like, anything else?
Think about your questions, because we're not going to take a lot. And keep them to the information that you heard. Don't get into what ifs, and because of this, we're not going to go there, all right? So keep that in mind, and we'll be good. So here we go. All right, 1:30 this afternoon, call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great.
Hold up, guys. Hold up. What am I have to do? Let's just stop that one. Screw that. Yeah, we're just gonna stream off of I'm gonna stream directly off of YouTube. Hopefully YouTube doesn't do anything. Screw me over. This is crazy. This is crazy that this is occurring.
So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the victim, the witness that witnessed the incident, Martin County.
Hold up, he said Martin County. No. We about to go in, man. We about to go in. The man went to Martin County. Martin County, Florida. Where does that start? Martin County is Jupiter. Wow, he went to Jupiter. So if people don't know, Trump thing. What's Trump? Trump's. Hold on, let me Google Donald Trump's golf course. What's called? Because he has multiple. He has one in Miami, which is in Doral. I've been to that one. West Palm. Okay, so Trump was at the international one. The address for that is right here. All right. So we got the address for where Trump was at, right? Man, All right, so Martin County. All right, let's put in. So we're gonna search. So this is where Trump was at, right? All right, now let's just put in. So he said Martin County. He went here, so he went Jupiter and up. So let's just say he went to a white weird dude. Let's find a spot. He wouldn't go no fitness spot. Dun Dog Cafe. That sounds like a weird spot. Okay, let's say he went here. All right. It took him. It's a 30-minute drive from the 30-minute drive. 30-minute drive. So those are the routes he could have taken, guys, to get there. All right, let's go back real quick. Let's play this again. Let's see what the. I believe this is the sheriffs. This is local police.
We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the victim, the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now.
So my thoughts, and this is just hypothetical, this is what I'm thinking. He had the GoPro because he believed if he gets the shots off and if he does hit Trump by chance, that you can't sell the footage. And I doubt the federal, if Trump gets killed today, God forbid if he got the shots off and he killed Trump, the footage would never got out. He'll be dead. But even if he did get away, he gets the shots off, he shoots Trump, he gets away. It's hypothetical. He gets away, probably wants to upload it. I don't know if he uploaded on X, I don't think Elon's going to keep it up there. If he does, then that's crazy. But has proof. Probably, I don't know. They have him in custody. So I'm gonna be honest, I agree. We gotta find they have him in custody. I think local police should handle this. Nobody in the government level, feds, FBI, nobody should handle this except for local police. Allow local police handle this because it's really obvious and really blunt, apparent to us that with the last shooting, the kid body was cremated like that. I think within a week. We still don't, to this day, we don't know what possessed him to do it. So we need to find out why it occurred, why it happened, all that. Like, we need to know. Local police should handle this completely. Because it's not like, it's an unbiased. No, they don't like Trump. They don't like Trump. It's obvious they don't like Trump. And it's crazy. This is crazy. This is happening on a Sunday.
The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county.
All right, so that's bothering me. What's with this man's nose, man? I'm not trying to come off an asshole, but y'all see his nose? Damn, what happened? Somebody split the shit out of him. They hit him right. His nose is going this way, y'all. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but that's crazy. It's just so in my face. Like, you see everybody's nose is fine. My man right here, me mugging, fine. My dog right here, fine. The black man or Latino man right here, fine. This man, shit going left. Was that left or is that right? It's going right. It's going right. He got rocked.
County jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service.
Oh, man. AK-47. My man had an AK-47, homie. All right. What was I asking, guys? The Blackwater CEO was talking about. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that footage, because he was saying something that was really, 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 really important, really apparent that Blackwater CEO. There we go, right here.
That the Palm
This is
Beach
why.
Authority
Check
should
this out.
not cede all power.
Check this out, guys.
You say that the Palm Beach Authority should not cede all power to the feds here, and
No way.
Can you please expound on that? Because I have a feeling that that's going to be a large takeaway line here.
And even the governor of Florida should exert co-equal control on this. This happened in Florida's territory. The state governor has a direct interest in making sure this doesn't happen again in his state. Clearly, the federal government is incapable of doing these investigations if they're too political or too fraught with bias.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
So again, let the state government flex up, back the local government, and say, enough. We want co-equal information on everything here. And I would not even turn that guy over to the feds.
Ron DeSantis, if you do this, you win 2028. You do this, if you follow what he says, you do this, saying, yo, we're gonna put on our local police, give them a little extra more money, for overtime. Local police, if you guys do an amazing job, figure out why he did everything else. Ron DeSantis, you win local police. You're gonna look amazing to American people who like Trump, who likes Trump. And this area that they're in, this is all Republican part. This is all Republican. Hold on, let me go back. All of this right here is Republican. This whole part, all Republican. I used to live over here in Lake Worth, really Lantana, but all right there is going to be, without a shadow of my doubt, this is all Republican Party. And this is interesting. Miami's way south of here, guys. Miami's all here. Miami's a mix of Democrats and Republicans. But all of this, I would say Boca and up, all Republican. All Republican. And it's not like the, Alabama Republican. No, these are educated people, business owner Republicans. These are people who, they're not idiots. You get me? They know what they want, stuff like that. So these are all intelligent people. You got retired, a lot of retired old people here as well. But you have a lot of families. So this is interesting. This is very interesting that, and this is right, this is right by the airport. I just remembered. Oh, he is ballsy. This ballsy guy. Bro, this is ballsy. To do this by the airport is ballsy, guy. The airport's right here. So when Trump comes, like, when I said pause, no Diddy. So when Trump arrives, the airport's right here, bro. They shut shit down for him to shoot. What he said, the shots were fired from. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. This is ballsy. So that's what they found. This is ballsy, guys. This is very, very ballsy. Like, shit, this might be more ballsy than the kid. No. Would you guys say this is more ballsy than the kid in Pennsylvania? Because what I mean by that, when I mean ballsy, guys, the airport's right there, bro. Airport police, the police around the airport, like, because of 9/11, is very serious, very, very, very serious. They don't play around. This is beyond ballsy for this young, I was about to say young man. This is a guy to do this. This is beyond ballsy, man. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy that he did this. I appreciate you, Cardi. Yeah, all right, perfect. Stream is going smoothly. Like, the airport's right here, guys. They saying the hole where Trump was at was right here. Oh, let's switch it up. We're gonna go to, okay. So if I'm right, they're saying the hole's right here. So where the hell was he? Because he was in the bushes. If he's right, if Trump was right here at this hole, man, hold up, man. We're gonna get into, man, screw you, Kamala, and her brother-in-law. Man, hold up, man. We got, okay, here we go.
suspect currently in custody right now.
So they're saying Trump was right here. So go back to the map. Trump was, I'm right. Yep, I'm right. Trump was right here. Trump and his team and his party and his friends, wherever he was right here. Where was this individual at? Because if he was right here in these bushes, you know what I mean? Or was he closer? How did they get the shots off? How did he get to his car so fucking fast? That's what. How did he get to his car so fast? Because let me see. Can we do a street point of view? Can we do a street? Oh yeah, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me that. Boom. Here we at. All right, we here. All right. How did? That's crazy. There's no way for him to leave his car right here. Well, he could have. He could have. I'm not gonna say he couldn't. He could have. I'm not gonna say he's saying lies. Say he couldn't. He could have. You could have car issues and just put right here, put emergency light on, and then when the traffic slows down, you go into the bushes. Even if he goes in the bushes while the car driving around, like, ooh, it could like he went to go pee. Man, it's Florida, man. Anything, somebody, the car stops right there and we go to the bushes. People don't care. In Florida, people do not care, bro. We have a lot of weird people here. This is very unusual. This is unusual, guys. Man, this is unusual. Let's see. So they're saying right there.
Now, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office says that he was taken into custody by the Martin County Sheriff's Office, just the county north of Palm Beach.
So, how do I get out? Expand. Okay, right there. We're gonna expand back out. So, Martin County is what we GPS last time, guys, which is hold up. Give me a minute. All right. That's up here. So, how did he get to his car? Because if somebody tells me shots fired, wouldn't police scramble like that? The airport's right there, so shots fired. He went up here. So, question is, where did he go up here? They already got his tag number, his license. They got his license. They got how he looks. So of course they're gonna find him. So he didn't really plan this out completely. This is probably spur of a moment type of thing. But how did this guy go from wherever he went to get a line on Trump? Or maybe he didn't have a line on sights on Trump yet. He probably scoping it out because he had a scope on it. So he's scoping it out, trying to find Trump, trying to find, you give me where Trump was at. Looking. Couldn't find anything. Right? So he's there. He could be there for a good 20, 30 minutes. Boom. Got him. The Secret Service sees him. Man, they rushed him. They rushed him. Shots on. You know, this is crazy. Man, that this is occurring again. Shout out to President Trump. We don't want this to happen. This is a second attempt. Hold on, let me fix my stream name. Second attempt on Trump, man. This is crazy that this is occurring. So second attempt on Trump's life. I had to change the stream name up because now it's at first I thought it was just a shooting in the area. That's to put shooting near Trump. I didn't want to put shooting at Trump, stuff like that. But this was a second attempt on President Trump's life, and it was apparent that whoever this person was, this mentally ill person. Well, I'm not saying mentally ill person. I'm gonna just say this deranged, crazy person. And I mean deranged, like this person was just pure evil. Because to me, yeah, we have criminals out there, but if you're a criminal to make money, you're criminal to make money. You're not that bad. But if you're attacking somebody's life and this person hasn't really done anything, that's the messed up part. Wait, there's a credit union right here. So there's a bank right here. We have a school right here. Oh man, we have a post office right here. What else we have over here? We have a church, bro. There's a church right here. Oh man. This is at 1, so church is probably just getting out. We have houses right here, open field. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy that this occurred. This is crazy, guys. A second attempt. Shot at again. This is what my mind is at right now. Hold up and play it back. Again. This is what I'm thinking, man. This is how everybody should be thinking. Again. That's crazy. Let's see if we got any updates. We know who this dude is now. His tweets doesn't really have anything like of substance. You know what I mean? That point to, oh, he was already looking at targeting Trump. His tweets kind of seem kind of from a deranged person. Let's see. Damn, they already got this person. No. Somebody already doxed him. He's not employed. But the last name doesn't match. The last name does not match, guys. The last name does not match. It says Roof. We know his last name is Roof. Or Roof, something like that. Ryan Roof. I saying he's from Orlando. Let's see. Check the latest. See if there's anything else. Let's see if Fox. Go on YouTube. See Fox. This is crazy.
Is being investigated as a law enforcement speaking about what is being investigated as a possible second attempted assassination of former President.
This is crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. This is unfortunate that this is occurring. Honestly, this falls on Kamala, because if we go back to the debate, let's go back to the debate. I'm not saying Kamala told this person what to do, but Kamala, this falls on you for these comments that you were saying.
President.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
That's absolutely not true. I have my entire career and life supported Israel and the Israeli people. He knows that. He's trying to, again, divide and distract from the reality, which is it is very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. And she's wrong. Donald Trump is not weak, and yeah. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Found it.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
That's absolutely not true. According to himself, it is well known in foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one. According to himself, it is well known that he said of Putin that he can do whatever. According to himself, it is well known that he said of Putin that he can do whatever the hell he wants and go into Ukraine. It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un. And it is absolutely well known that these dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again because they're so clear they can manipulate you with flattery and favors. And that is why.
Even though Putin said that Putin wants her to be in office, but that's not why I clicked on this video. Look, this is what she said.
Wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself.
So she's literally calling him a dictator and stuff like that. You guys keep pushing this narrative, and you guys keep saying these rhetorics. What do you assume that these people who are weak-minded, who don't have backbone, who are lazy, who won't do the research to vet what Trump says, and even take what he says with a grain of salt, you guys say comments like this, and then we have a situation like this occurs. Trump, assassination attempt again. Again, fuck it again. Again. This is everybody's face right now. You see Riley's face? That's all our faces right now. Again. You say comments like this, and then boom, the shit blows up in your fucking face. Why even say comments like this? It's so asinine. Why? Why even do it? That's so dumb. It's beyond stupid that you guys are saying comments like this. Now, this man... This is beyond sad that we're at this point in America that we're at this point. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, guys. We need to be better than this, honestly. Let me see. Anything new?
News: President Trump, there's another assassination attempt again this afternoon. This happened apparently over at his Florida golf course. This happened a little bit earlier Sunday afternoon, sometime before the 2 p.m. Eastern hour. Apparently Trump is fine. Trump is in good spirits. According to Senator Lindsey Graham, he released an email saying that he is safe and well. Quote, "There were gunshots in my vicinity."
I liked Bishop Pearl at one point, but the way he handled the cancer thing was very poor in my point of view. Because she didn't agree with what Israel was at. You're an American citizen. Like, it doesn't matter, but that doesn't matter. Okay, here. Oh, we
are 56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally. So live in Hawaii now. So flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, you know, any movie we ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, you know, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world, is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit and we have to get along and work together.
He said a lot there. The thing is, we live in a world where it's not black and white. It's not. We don't know, we're at the bottom of the barrel. I'm talking about all of us. Unless you're in these rooms, we don't know the exact reason why Putin decided to. From, you know, theories of people saying it's because America and NATO was trying to push Ukraine to join NATO, and Putin doesn't want NATO on his front door. He wants a gap from countries. So if NATO's in, let's look at the world map. I think our world map, but that doesn't matter. We'll look at it later. But this is just, he's very coherent. He's not like he knows what he's saying. It sounds like he's intelligent, man. It doesn't seem like he has mental issues. Thought he tackled Trump, bruh. Trump got so fucked up. Dog, Eddie Sunday, bruh. He didn't vote for Trump. He voted. She's wrong on this. White male, yeah, but they're saying he's a Democrat. Let's find this out. Let's vet this. Let's see. Why I keep seeing this Asian? Let me see how can I translate this. How did they get this footage? How did they get this footage? Newsweek, how did they get this footage? How did he get this footage? There's no way you're telling me a Republican with purple hair. I don't believe that, man. Republicans are very, 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 very modest people. They're not like that out there. And what I mean by out there, you see how, you know, a lot of these Democrats, super to the left are fashion-wise. So he doesn't. I don't get that vibe from this. I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think like this is a thing. Let's see.
Pastors and believers to come together to pray for this great nation. Our political process has no room for violence in it. I will say this and say it clearly. After the second assassination attempt, it is time for Christians, left and right, red or blue, black and white, to come together to pray for this nation, to pray for a political process without any violence. It is what America needs. We need all believers on their knees asking God for all candidates to be safe in the political process.
This is a perfect take. If you're gonna say you're a Christian or a person of faith, you shouldn't want violence on stuff that, and I'll be all honest, bro. It shouldn't have gotten here where people want to attack this man. If you ask me, it doesn't warrant it. It doesn't warrant what Trump has said and what he's done 2016 to 2020. He didn't do anything that really warrant for attempt on his life. Under his presidency, we didn't have any wars. The economy was better. Let's be honest. So, like, what he's saying is absolutely right. If you're a person of faith, then you should, if you're saying you're a Christian, you should not want violence on either side. But you can rebuke and, like, and I'm not saying condemn, but we should be able to call out the people. You calling Trump, saying he wants to be a dictator, saying he's a threat to democracy. Hold up, there was another thing. Usher was on The View. Check this out. This is the problem with this country.
I always say that in this emergency that we're in, I think that it behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
That's the problem. That's the problem. Shout out to Officer Tatum. I'm somewhat of a fan. He has some hot takes that I don't like, but I actually like the stuff he does. Calling him an existential threat is the problem. We need to stop saying stuff like this. Stop it. The more you guys say stuff like this, the more you guys are feeding people who are sheep. Because a lot of people don't have a mind for themselves. So you say stuff like this, you're hurting. You're creating conflicts. You're creating a conflict in people or hatred in people that doesn't need to be there. Like this should not be occurring. Maybe we also have private security for Trump, for God's sake. How many failures? This is not really a failure to say. This is not really a failure. They got the shot. They shot him first before he can get his sight on Trump. So the person was there prior who got to the hole before, to the next hole before, peeping the scene, and he scoped it out and saw it. The thing is, we don't know where. That's the thing, guys. Let's go back. We don't know where. Where am I? Okay, here we go. We don't know where the dude saw. They're saying this where is the area Trump was at. So we don't know where the hole was. So Trump was at hole 5. So the person was at hole 6. I've never been into this golf course. It's probably super expensive. We don't know where the shooter was at. The shooter could have been here. Shooter could have been back here. I doubt he was back here. Could he? Let me see. That's, oh no, it's a walkway. It's a walkway. It's a walkway. Yeah, he could have been back here. We got to commend the person who got the shots off. We can't just like condemn or say these guys are doing a bad job. The dude saw it. Shots fired. He shot at the target immediately. He saw the barrel. He probably saw the scope reflection. Shots fired. Shot shooting. So we gotta commend these guys. His current security detail is clearly inadequate. That's not true. We can't say that. They shot first. They shot first. He was able to see the barrel. We don't know where the shooter was. That's the thing. Again. What I'm telling you, this
again?
Again. See, they fired. They didn't say.
Not clear how this alleged lone gunman had returned to the White House, but this event was not on any kind of public schedule, so it's not clear how this alleged lone gunman knew the former president would be playing golf today, and also at what time. We heard the president was on the 5th hole on the front 9 at Trump International. How did this lone gunman know? Perhaps he.
Let me see. Trump. Let's see if there's photos of it. Let me have photos to see if Trump. All right, well. So this is nice. Does it show the holes? Pause. No date. Let's see membership. I shouldn't be doing all this. You got a contact, so it's probably 100 plus. 100 plus. Can we see the holes? It's a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, so he could have hit anywhere. We gotta commend the officer. Okay, here we go. Photo gallery. Okay. Bro, he could have been in these bushes right here, guys. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta commend the Secret Service that saw him and took it and start firing. Like, we got to. We don't know where he was. Now, if this was an inside job, man, they like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Food looks amazing, but yeah, we have to commend these guys because they are doing a tough job. They're risking their lives for a man that's not their kids and not their father. I mean, we got to commend these guys for doing this. They tackled Trump, so they made sure they got him out of there. But they arrested this guy, so this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. The Bengals thing. So, all right. As I said, man, we pulled up the map, man. What we said. They saying Trump was here, man. We found it. Trump was here. Where was the guy? What was the shooter? So he was here near the 5th hole. Where was the shooter? We need to find out where was the shooter. My thing also is, how did he get away so fast? Because there's an airport right here, guys. I-95 is right there. And the turnpike is right here. So this is all cameras. This whole area is camera down. This is camera down. So this lets me know he wasn't thinking. Because if he was, bro, it's a stupid thing to do. There's a gun club right here. Publix. Shout out to Publix, man. I love Publix. Question is, how did he get, where was he? This is big. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Gonna play something. Let's play this again.
Returned to the White House, but this event was not on any kind of public schedule, so it's not clear how this alleged lone gunman knew the former president would be playing golf today, and also at what time. We heard the president was on the fifth hole on the front nine at Trump International. How did this lone gunman know? Perhaps he followed the motorcade. Of course, when the former president travels, he travels in a motorcade. He has Secret Service protection. But that is one of the things. If this was another potential assassin, how he had this information about where former President Trump was playing golf. Of course, he owns numerous golf courses in the state of Florida, Doral in the Miami area, but of course, Trump International is the closest to Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach, where he resides. That is one of the big questions we hope to hear in this press conference coming up shortly, Eric.
Yeah, and even if you don't know exactly what his schedule is, if you're a local, you know that the former president plays golf. You can obviously see a police and a Secret Service presence. You can see the motorcade, and you know when that is happening. And we see a motorcade right now going over the bridge from Palm Beach over the bridge over to West Palm Beach.
It's not a far trip.
The former president spoke to Brett Baer, and Brett is quoting the former president as saying, quote, "Tell everybody I am fine, and the Secret Service did a great job." So in light of the new reporting that the Secret Service did what it's supposed to do, it saw a threat to the president, a potential threat, a man with an AK-47 within the vicinity of the former president on the street, a few hundred yards apparently away from the fifth hole. And the Secret Service agent did what they are trained to do, took out the service revolver, their weapons, and tried to stop this apparent suspect, this man with the gun.
Back on. My fault, guys. I did some water really quickly. Let me see. All right. Fresh and Fit is actually on. But Myron, I'm a huge fan of Myron actually, because he's a former cop. Let's see something on YouTube really quickly.
Anyway, thank you so much for that, Zach. You really didn't have to. Let's see here. Okay, so guys, this is what we're gonna do. Come on over to Fed Reacts. We're gonna do this stream on Fed Reacts and on. Let me look here. I think we're on Fresh and Fit on Rumble, and I don't think we're live on the Fed Reacts on Rumble, which is fine. Cause we're not. We're only live on Fresh and Fit. That's cool. I don't care. This is about getting the information out, not necessarily about getting the most views and shit. So yeah, guys, come on over to I'm gonna drop the link for you ninjas right now to Fed Reacts. We got 1,600 on Fed React.
All right. Mars has a lot of good stuff, especially since he was former law enforcement. He should know about certain things. My only thing is, what is, do have a drop? Dropped any pictures on this guy? I was not supporting Bernie, but now I am, as Sleepy Joe stands. Interesting. Any news, like, any updates? Like, where's his arrest image? I want to know how did they get this footage? How did they get this footage? CIA. If I'm right, I think I know where it's at. If I'm right, could be tripping. Could be out of my pocket. I think this idiot took the turnpike. Is that the turnpike? That looks like the turnpike. It looks like the turnpike. I want to see Myron's take though. I want to see Myron's take. Shout out to Myron. Is he live? He is live.
How much you want to bet? That's from Hitman. Okay, we'll see about that, my friend. Glock Chick says, what are the odds of Trump being surrounded by inside rats? They knew his golf schedule, which, from my understanding, wasn't public knowledge. Yeah, that is strange. Not going to lie. But what I will say is the people that are closest to Trump are people that he trusts, that he appointed himself. I mean, you get to pick the people on your inner circle of your Secret Service staff, which is how they were able to get out. Because they basically, the way it worked, guys, was, you'll see this more in the press staff, the Secret Service agents would move forward to what hole he was going to go start shooting at or putting at or whatever. And that's how they encountered this individual, because they got there first. If I take 1 hour to cook a batch of mud cookies and sneak okay. All right, bro. I'm on YouTube. Hi, Martin. And Ant's advice on masking. Oh, no. Okay, you asked that one before, bro. You got to type it out better. Yo, V, I ain't going front, but you're my... No. Hold on, that was 2 days ago. Jabriel Hogan says, we're not going to talk about Nicolas Maduro, or can we have another Fed Reacts episode after this one? No, we're not going to talk about Maduro on this one, guys, because obviously this is breaking news and we're going to cover this.
Shout out Myron. I want some insider knowledge from law enforcement. But somebody asked him, we do got to find out, how did he know Trump? How did he know Trump was there? Trump could have been anywhere in the U.S., honestly. How did you know he was at his golf course? How did you know that on a Sunday? I wish he would have came out and said a statement, but I understand they probably told him not to. Did he? Okay, why did he right now? Something. Like that. Another Republican was this. donations. Act Blue. So what is this? Okay. Kimmel may have at that point what if COVID-19 was doesn't Trump, Joe Biden, Bernie Pence. While you were my choice in 2016. 2016, I in the world hoped that President Trump would be different and better than the candidate. Would be different and better than the candidate, but we were all greatly disappointed. It seems like you are getting worse and devolving. And are you onward? I'll be glad when you're gone. He's not a Trump supporter, so somebody's saying that. He just said, like, so people saying Trump recruited. This is the unfortunate part. Instead of people saying, it's how about we find out from the person because he is alive. Crazy. Hold on, let's see what's going on.
So yeah.
Myron.
Let's see here. All right. So let's go ahead and get into. So we're looking at some of this guy's tweets. He's crazy. Look, he's messaging Elton John. Can you help with the tribute song for Ukraine to rally more support? I have lyrics to "We Are One" that I can send you. It would be great to get small kids to sing the chorus. Please help. Yeah. Nikki Haley, wow, the same speech and weak at best. I want serious, and this is on February 22nd. I want a serious State of the Union type speech every time. I do not want trivial bullshit. I want heartfelt on students killed, Gaza murders, Ukraine horrors, Taiwan, China murders, freedom, democracy, and something inspiring, please. Yeah, so this guy likes Nikki Haley, which already tells you he's an idiot. Seth Rogen, you and James Franco must use your status to meet with Kim Jong-un and show him we are friends and want the best for him and his people. Dennis Rodman did it. We can. And he puts in his phone number and thing as if people want to contact him. So you guys can clearly see here from his tweets, this guy isn't there. You know, this guy is crazy. You know, he doesn't even look all the way there in his picture. Look at this shit. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Look at that smile. This guy's like the fucking Joker, right? But let's go into the law enforcement meeting that they had.
We're not going to go there, all right? So keep that in mind.
All right. I apologize, guys. I don't know why it's coming out one side. Let me see here if we could find another one that shows both sides.
So I disagree with he does come off. Reading those tweets now, he kind of does come off crazy, but we gotta know the full extent. For him
this
to have
afternoon,
a GoPro, two book bags, and an AK-47 with a scope. He's near an airport, man. This is pretty crazy.
Okay, that's better. All right, now it won't come out one side. I got y'all ninjas, man.
All right, 1:30 this afternoon. Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able.
Now, this is good. You guys see the stark contrast here between Butler, Pennsylvania, and this area in Florida, because obviously the president lives in this area. He frequents this area. So Secret Service more than likely already has a point of contact where they call the sheriff's office immediately and they just close the area out, right? So and this was probably established years ago, once they really figured out that Trump is going to spend half his time at Mar-a-Lago and Trump is going to spend half his time at the White House, because he would travel back and forth quite a bit. He's not the easiest protectee, guys. So when you have someone like this that's in one area all the time that obviously is of this importance to the former president of the United States, you're going to have the Secret Service is going to have a direct line to the sheriff's office, and they could call him, hey, look, something happened. I need you guys to close the area off, etc. And yes, the shooter is in custody right now, guys. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But you can see the big difference here where you're dealing with local law enforcement that you kind of already know and you work with them all the time, versus in Butler, Pennsylvania, this is like, you're there as doing a rally, you don't really know them like that, etc. So they closed off the area immediately.
To locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the...
And this is the sheriff right here, Palm Beach County Sheriff press conference.
Guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County.
I-95, so I was wrong. It wasn't thing. It was I-95 right here. Okay. Go back.
We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic.
Guys, do me a favor. We got 2,200 y'all watching on YouTube. Watching between open up a tab, please, on Rumble.
To take pictures of.
Dude had a GoPro there. That's crazy. So he had ceramic tile.
I want to know what he was planning on doing with that GoPro if he got the shots of. Is he going to sell the footage? Like, something doesn't feel right. Like, this feels weird. This completely feels weird. It's like shoot or miss. How did they get this footage? That's what I want to know. Oh, can't call him a Republican. What street is that? Look, it's right here. I'm tripping. House. Gun club. So let's see. Let's find a ranch house. Right. Kiki Road Gun Club. Oh, he was over here. Oh, okay. Military Trail. Okay. So that's South Ave. So he was over here. So they blocked this off. So he was over here. How did he get the shots off and got to his car? This don't make sense, man. There's no way. How did he get? That don't make sense.
And a GoPro.
So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual.
Shout out.
Okay, he said fence. All right, he said fence. All right, we're here. We know Trump is right here. Right, we know Trump is right here. Where is hole 6? If Trump's right here, is hole 6 over here? That's we gotta.
Shout out to that Secret Service agent that had the wherewithal to, be observant and see the rifle barrel sticking out of the bushes like that. And that's really smart that they actually advance and go to the next hole that he's going to go and secure the area before. And just so you guys know, I've done Secret Service details before, etc. When it comes to the president and them protecting the president, if the president's going to go do a speech or something like that, typically they have assets there weeks ahead of time, right? I remember, I'll never forget this. When I was in college, Obama actually came to Northeastern to deliver a speech. And I saw Secret Service agents there in the Northeastern Police Department running dogs there like a week or two beforehand. So, that's just what it is. And obviously with someone like President Trump, they might be even more aware. But obviously, right, hey, I want to go golfing, etc. Are you going to have 2 weeks to say I'm going to go ahead and, check out this hole that you're going to make it to when you're playing golf? No, but as he's playing, they can predict, okay, he's going to go to this hole next. Let's go ahead and go there ahead of time. Maybe they might have an hour, 2 hours advance. They get out there, secure the area, make sure there's no weirdos there, clear it out. Hey, you're over here golfing, get the fuck out the way. Presidents are going to be shooting holes here very soon. And luckily, they were able to do that, and you're going to see any anomalies, right? And in this case, they saw a barrel sticking out of a bush.
At which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background.
So we know who he is. This was before they released the name, Ryan Ruth. They have him in custody. There's a reason why the state and locals picked him up first, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I just want to continue on the press conference.
So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
Okay, so the guy that just spoke was the sheriff. Now we got the Secret Service representative. Let's see I'll tell you guys what this guy's rank is more than likely by how he speaks. Let's see.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe.
Okay, he didn't introduce himself. Interesting. More than likely, this guy, just by the fact that he's sitting up here with all this brass, he's got to be bare minimum of 14 or 15. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Mario, what the fuck are you talking about? So this is how it works in the federal government, guys, right? You got the title of special agent, right? That goes from a GS. Let's go ahead and have fun with this real quick. You guys are going to get the most education here.
This is why I like watching Myron, because he's breaking it down to the T.
Nobody comes as close. GS scale, 2024, right? We can even do Miami, right? Because it's going to be the same thing. So here you go, right? My friends, this is the salary table, and you can look this all up. It's fucking public record for federal employees, right? And this is the scale that special agents are paid on, right? Now, when you get on the job, most Secret Service agents, right? Secret Service entry level, they're probably going to get hired as a 7 or a 9, more than likely. Okay, yeah. So they get paid as a GL 7, right? So we got the GS scale here, right? So you start out at the GL level, right? Which I'll pull this up for you guys real quick, because I'm going to explain the difference between GL and GS here in a second. GL pay scale. Like the video, by the way. Nobody gives you guys this freaking type of
I'm gonna like it. I like watching Myron when he breaks up
detail. And we're going to go ahead with Miami, right? Because that's what these guys are going to be on. Right? So when you get hired, what the hell? Okay. When you get hired, so a Secret Service agent right on the job, a lot of times with a bachelor's degree or whatever, you're probably going to get hired at a 7, right? Step 1, 59,177. However, it's important to note that you get something called law enforcement availability pay, right? So that stands for LEAP, law enforcement availability pay. And that goes 59,177, right? That's the salary, 59,177. However, you get law enforcement availability pay, which is 25% on top of your base salary, all right? And that's because due to the nature of your work, you work odd hours, you have a take-home car, you have to respond to certain things whenever something happens because you're a criminal investigator. Remember, as a Secret Service agent, you are still an 1811 Special Agent Criminal Investigator Job Series Code, right? Which is 1811 Job Series. And this, guys, is the job series that ATF, FBI, HSI, DEA, Secret Service, etc. They're all 1811s, pretty much, right? So if you want to be a special agent for the government, this is typically what it is, right? So all 1811s, right, pretty much get this thing called LEAP, Law Enforcement Availability Pay, right? And that is 25% on top of your salary. So if I go times 1.25, that is the salary, your starting salary as a Secret Service agent, about 74K, right? If you're in Southern Florida, right? About 74,000 entry level, right? That's typically with a bachelor's degree. If you have a master's degree, sometimes you'll qualify for a 9, right? Which will put you at 65, and 65
put you at 80.
996 times 1.25, that's 82K starting, right? If you have a master's degree, sometimes they'll hire you at a 9 if you have a master's or some kind of advanced training or some shit like that or education. So, so the reason why I say this, guys, is because I'm trying to establish rank to you. So, as a special agent, guys, the highest you can get without being promoted, right? Like non-competitive, is called a GS-13 right here. Okay. When I left the government, I think I was a GS-13 like 3 or 4, right? So I was making about right around here, 120K or whatever. But mind you, this was 2020. Okay, so it's less than this. This is 2024 pay table. But I was making around 120K, 120, 125K a year when I left HSI when I was a GS-13. So that means that you don't have to become a supervisor. This is not competitive. You just stay in. You go from, every agency is different, but typically you get hired as a 7, then you go to a 9, then you go to 11. Then you might spend 1 or 2 years as an 11, then you go to a 12, then you go to 13. Typically, it's between 3 to 5 years for you to get your 13. Once you get your 13, you've pretty much maxed out where you're not competitive, and you don't have to become a supervisor, and you can just go up the steps, right? Now, once you become a supervisory special agent, okay, you're going to hit what's called a 14, okay? 14 is a supervisory special agent. Then, after a 14, you get promoted to something called, or a supervisory special agent, you become something called a assistant special agent in charge, okay, or ASAC. If you guys watch Breaking Bad, that's Walter White's brother-in-law, Hank Schrader, if it's not mistaken. He becomes ASAC and he brags about becoming an ASAC. That's what it is. Assistant special agent in charge, that is a 15, okay? And then some agencies have something called the deputy special agent in charge. This typically is a 15 as well, depending on the office size. I don't want to get too much in the weeds, but I saw that so you guys understand the ranking, right? So more than likely, this individual that's giving this press conference, I'm going to assume he's at least a 15. He's probably, at bare minimum, he's going to be a group supervisor. He's going to be a supervisory special agent, which means he's going to have, when you're a supervisor, by the way, guys, you have probably 5 to 10 agents that you manage underneath you, right? So the agents that are the 13s, the guys that aren't in the supervisory role, these are guys that carry cases, okay? When you carry a case, you're typically not a supervisor. The supervisor manages those guys that carry the cases, okay? And then above the supervisor is the assistant special agent in charge. He'll manage 3 to 5 supervisors, and each of those supervisors manage 5 to 10 guys. So if you're an assistant special agent in charge, it's very easy for you to be managing somewhere between 20 to 50 special agents, okay? And then 3 or 4 supervisors, all right? Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense, guys. Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense.
Oh, guys, getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. Yo. Yo, we got Dollar Bill in the building. Talk to me. Yeah. They're gonna hang up. Call it.
Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense. So you guys understand the special agent social hierarchy, how things work. So in my estimation, this guy is more than likely a 14 or a 15 if he's here with all the brats giving a press conference. Because typically, you want your functional equivalent there with you whenever you're giving press conferences or your meeting. So for example, if I have a meeting with another agency, right, and they're going to have their supervisor there, I'm going to bring my supervisor. I'm going to bring my 14 with me. I'm the case agent. I'm a 13. And he's going to have his 14 there, his supervisor. I'm going to bring my 14. If they have their assistant special agent in charge there, they're 15. I'm going to bring my 15. Does that make sense? So you typically want brass or chains of command, different chains of command at different agencies to be there. So a sheriff, right, is going to be the equivalent to like a 15 a lot of the times. Assistant special agent in charge or a special agent in charge. So that's why I'm saying this guy more than likely, since he's giving a press release and he's talking about this publicly, he's going to be at bare minimum of 15, 14 maybe if they're short-staffed.
Okay.
But more than likely this guy's assistant special agent in charge is what I'm thinking. Okay, you guys are giving me ones in here. Everybody gets it? Awesome. And if you don't get it, give me a 2 and tell me why you don't get it. Because obviously, as you guys know, I try to be really educational on these podcasts for y'all and go really into detail. Let's keep going.
Safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Okay, now you guys are wondering, what the hell? Why did he say so little? That's because the FBI is going to run this case, guys. Secret Service, just so y'all know, they have a couple of different investigative authorities. One is counterfeit currency and financial. And then they also investigate, threats against the president. But whenever it's like an assassination attempt like this, et cetera, that's going to have a lot of press, et cetera, the FBI is going to take it. Why is the FBI going to take it? The FBI is going to take it, guys, because the FBI has the most investigative resources in the federal government. They're the biggest law enforcement agency, federal law enforcement agency. They have the most agents. They have the most capacity to actually do this. And on top of that, they already have the first case with Matthew Crooks, right? So they're going to go ahead and investigate and make sure that this isn't linked to that. They're going to try to see if there's other conspirators, et cetera, which we're going to talk about the actual investigation here and how they're going to do it very soon. But Secret Service job, we protect the president. He's fine. Nothing's wrong with him. As far as the investigation goes, we're going to turn it to the FBI, so he's being short and sweet, right? And obviously the Secret Service has dealt with a lot of fire the past couple months, so I don't blame him for saying, fuck this, I'm not going to talk that much. I'm going to let the FBI handle all the hard questions when it comes to the investigation. Okay, more than likely, let's take a bet, chat. I haven't seen this press conference yet. I'm going to bet that this guy's either A, the special agent in charge, or bare minimum, an assistant special agent in charge. Let's see.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI.
I'm too fucking good, baby. Let's go. Come on. What I tell y'all, man, when they have press conferences like this, they're going to typically have the top brass there to talk about what they're going to talk about, right? So you got the sheriff, you got that guy from the Secret Service, probably at 15 now that I know that this guy is the special agent in charge for the FBI. You guys are probably wondering, what's a SAC? Or in this case, the FBI calls it an SAIC. The special agent in charge, guys, is the head of the office. So in this case, this guy probably is a SAC for Miami. Let's look him up. FBI SAIC Miami. Yeah, you can see her already here. He's showing up 4 days ago, United States Southern. Okay, let's go FBI Miami. So here's FBI Miami, right? Bruh, y'all gotta fix your website. It's trash. Okay, boom, here he is. Jeffrey B. Veltri. So here he is, right? He's a SAC of Miami, right? And the office is in Miramar. They switched it. It's a nice office, actually. It's really nice. It's brand new. They built it a couple years ago. And then they got their own little Twitter and everything else like that. This is the building here, as you guys can see, right? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. There it is.
I've seen that
I got
building
a pin.
before.
The hell? Whatever. Anyway, let's go back to the press conference.
Guy's Miami field office. The FBI.
And you guys are wondering, hold on, wait, why is a Miami special agent in charge all the way up in, West Palm Beach County? Because the way it works, guys, is so you got the special agent in charge office, right? The main office, which I just showed you guys, right? Which is right here, right? The SAC sits there. However, there are going to be satellite offices in between, right? So you're going to have FBI Miami, right? That's the SAC office that covers it, but you're going to have a FBI West Palm Beach, right? Yeah, boom. There's already a statement on it 54 minutes ago. The FBI responded to West Palm Beach, Florida, and is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt. So they have offices, guys, all over. So here, boom. West Palm Beach. This is their address in West Palm Beach, right? So they have an office in Miami. They have an office in Fort Lauderdale. They have an office in West Palm Beach, etc. And these are called RAC offices, or resident agent in charge offices. Think of them as satellite offices that report to the special agent in charge office, which is in Miami. So the big field office is in Miami. Then you got Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, West Palm Beach, etc. And if we go ahead and show you guys a map, because some of you guys are not familiar with Florida, Miami map, right? Right? So you got Miami, right? Here. Miramar is up.
He's passing it. Miramar's right there. Go down. He's blowing it. Miramar, guys, is right here. I'm showing you. Miramar is literally right here, guys. It's Miramar. Their office is right. I pass their office all the time. That's the crazy part. I didn't realize their office was right there. It's right. Oh, I passed it. Cracker Barrel's right there. Right here. Right. Should be. Are you taking I-75? No, it's not it. Nah, I'm blowing it. I think it's over here. It's on I-75, if I'm correct. Havana. Should be right over here somewhere. I don't think. I might be wrong. But Miramar's right there. I should have Miramar. Miramar's right here. Miramar's right here. This is Miramar.
So, where is it? God damn it. All right, here's Miramar right here, right? And you guys can see it's not that far from Miami. So Miami's here. The field office actually used to be down here in Miami, but they moved it. So now it's in Miramar, right? Then they're going to have an office in Fort Lauderdale. They're going to have an office in, West Palm Beach, right? Right, they're going to have an office here. They might have one in Fort Myers. They have another office in Doral, right? DEA is over here in Weston, right? There's some FBI agents there. So they're going to have offices, satellite offices all over southern Florida. But they all report to their SAC office, which is going to be in Miramar, which is technically FBI Miami, okay? And that's what's called an AOR, Area of Responsibility. So they're going to fall under that AOR. And then there's going to be the next big field office, more than likely, is going to probably be FBI Orlando, right? Which I'm assuming that's probably a SAC office as well, right? Let me see here. FBI Orlando. Let's see. That's probably... Oh, no, resident agent. So, no, that is not the SAC office. So, let me see here. Probably Tampa, then, maybe, might be the next SAC office. Yeah, that's probably the next SAC office in Miami. FBI Tampa. Yeah, and they cover 18 counties. So, you guys can see, right? Yeah, and then, so there's a SAC over here. So, yeah, this is probably the next main office. And then they got, like, if you go, let's see here. FBI field offices. I think there's, like, 56. No, offices. Yeah. So boom. So here we go to Florida, for example. You got Miami, covers these counties. Then you got the next SAC office is Tampa. And then the next SAC office is Jacksonville. So there's 3 SAC offices in Florida, right, which cover a bunch of different satellite offices. And you can see here, right, they cover a bunch of different counties. So here, this is going to fall under the jurisdiction. Southern Florida is pretty much covered by FBI Miami, right, which West Palm Beach is considered. We have 4 satellite officers or resident agencies in the area, Dade and Broward, right, and then there's, that's where FBI Miami covers, and then into West Palm Beach, etc. They're going to have a West Palm Beach resident agent office. Does that make sense, guys? Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense. So you got a big office, and then underneath the big office, you got the SAC, and then under SAC, you got the RACs, resident agent in charge offices. All right, which is probably going to be run by an ASAC typically, or sometimes if they're really small, run by a 14 or a supervisor. Give me ones if that makes sense, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So now you guys understand how the FBI works, right? You guys understand the difference between a SAC, RAC.
As the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident.
And we went over why they're going to take over lead, obviously with crooks, and obviously for resource purposes, and obviously they're the biggest law enforcement agency. So they're going to go ahead and run the actual criminal investigation into this guy, Ruth.
That occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including the investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's TIPS .FBI.gov. Thank you.
And as you guys can see, it's a Sunday, right? So he's obviously showing up and doing this press conference and working on a Sunday, and that goes into what I told you guys before, law enforcement availability pay. And that's why it's built into your salary. SACs are paid on a different scale. They're paid typically on an SES, but that's a whole other conversation. But the point I'm trying to make here is, since you are expected to work at random times, because there's obviously FBI agents on the scene that are running this investigation. Matter of fact, I guarantee you they're probably interviewing this guy Ruth right now. That is where that law enforcement availability pay comes in with the leap that we were discussing earlier.
David? Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank...
Okay, so he is the State Attorney for Palm Beach County. What does that mean? He is the lead prosecutor for Palm Beach County. So if there are going to be state charges involved, he's going to be overseeing that. He's not going to prosecute it himself, but he is basically the head attorney, and then underneath him are going to be district attorneys or assistant district ADAs, assistant district attorneys. He's the lead attorney, right, for the state side. That, like, you know, think of him again. Remember Brassower talked about special agent in charge, sheriff, district attorney. These are the top guys in their respective agencies. He has assistant district attorneys that work underneath him that are going to actually prosecute the case. So he's giving, but that would be only if it were to be done on a state side. But you can see here that there's state law enforcement and federal.
Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect.
Okay. What does that mean? They're working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention, etc. This is what I predict is going to happen, chat. He's going to be arrested on state charges right now, just so that they can quickly get him, put into jail over the weekend, right? Kind of let the smoke clear, figure out what the fuck his intention was out there, what he was trying to do, etc. Figure all that out, right? Do the investigation, put some state charges on him, right? And more than likely, they're going to write state search warrants for his devices, his phones, his house, etc. State search warrants, guys, are way easier to approve than federal, okay? Why? Well, because at the state level, you don't need as much refinement. I'll say it that way. You don't need as much refinement and probable cause to get into the devices. So you can go ahead and get what we call state paper, which is a state search warrant, whether it's for, they're definitely going to do his house, his devices, etc., and legally get into the devices, and then that evidence can be used, right, in a federal case if there is one, right? So right now, what I predict is the case is a state case at this moment that we're speaking, right? However, this guy more than likely is being interviewed by, it depends on which agency is going to take this on the state side, because there's so many different agencies that could take this. It could be FDLE, Federal Department of Law Enforcement. It can be the Sheriff's Office that takes it. It can be the FDLE is a component of the state police. It could be the local police department of West Palm Beach. So I predict it's more, to me, it looks like more than likely it's going to be the Shaw's office probably, right? We'll keep listening to the press release. But regardless, the point is there's going to be a state entity that's investigating this crime, and then there's going to be a federal entity. So more than likely, I bet there's a case agent involved from the FBI that's sitting in on all of these interviews that's participating in the investigation, obviously. And what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to take this case federally, right? They're going to be there in interviews. They're going to be asking questions. They're going to be trying to establish probable cause from a federal nexus, etc. They're probably going to get him on some type of weapons charge or some type of, lower level state charge, right? Whatever it may be, just to keep him in jail, write the warrants, get the probable cause, and then see if they can elevate this to a federal level.
In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But
bro, I don't watch this press conference, but how do I already know? Come on, guys. I did not watch this press conference. I'm watching it for the first time, just like y'all.
In the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level. And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to have to secure a couple areas around the golf course here, the public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for it to get to all.
Which we saw there is a school. There's a church over there too. And they said the shooting happened around 1. Churches usually get off around 1, 2-ish. So they could have heard the gunshots.
All the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe, there's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you. So having said that, we're going to take a very limited amount of questions, and you can direct them to who you want to answer the question.
Sheriff, did this individual make any statements as he was being detained?
He's asking, did this individual make any statements as he was being detained? Good question. Did he make any spontaneous utterances? Guys, if you're being apprehended by law enforcement and you say something, right, before they Mirandize you, remember, when you're being arrested, they have to read you your rights before they ask you any questions that can incriminate you, right? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. If you can't afford an attorney, won't be appointed for you, blah, blah, blah. Every agency has a different, make on that. However, if you make what's called a spontaneous utterance as you're being apprehended, etc., that will be admissible. So the reporter here is asking, hey, did he make any comments as he was being arrested?
No statement right now as far as his involvement in the incident, and there's further investigation to be completed.
What was his demeanor?
Okay, that tells me there's a good chance that he might have lawyered up, which if he lawyers up and he says, no, I don't want to talk to you, I want a lawyer, that means, my friends, that the questioning is done.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe the Secret Service gentleman answered. I misunderstood, or I couldn't quite understand. So there was a rifle. So one of your agents saw on the golf course saw a rifle pointing to a fence. Was it a chain link? Okay, so he saw that, the agent.
That is correct. Yes.
And the president or the former president was on the course behind him. How close?
It was 1 or 2 holes behind. That because the bubble moves through the golf course, so our agents will get there first, clear it. He noted.
And like I said before, so they get there before, clear it, make sure it's good to go, and then they let him come and golf.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta commend. Shout out to Myron. from Fresh and Fit and Fed. I love watching Mike because he's very informative. But we have to commend the agent who saw this, because the question is, where was this guy at? He shot through a fence, so that means he probably wasn't on the property. He probably was outside the property. Let me go back up. He probably was outside the property, and we gotta commend this agent. We got to. He could have been over here on the street, because they say he ran. He could have been right here, so we have to commend him. We have to commend this agent. Whoever you are, you did a great job. You are appreciated. Hope you get a raise, bro.
Is that the rifle was pointed out, our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents, but for sure our agents were able to engage with the subject. I don't know that. Doesn't appear so.
Is there a motive?
Yep. Al.
How far away was the president? How far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
Probably between 300 and 500 yards.
All right, so 300 to 500 yards. That's.
So Trump he had to been over 3. Damn. Football field's what, 3+? So he was a football field away. Yeah, Trump had to been over here. Trump's over here, and I'm thinking the dude was over here. He had to been over here. That dude had been over here. The agent probably was over here, saw him, took the shots.
Make it simple for you guys. 3 to 5 football fields away. So, good distance away. That's the weapon that he used might have not been the best. And the way he had it propped up, obviously that tells that this guy didn't have that much training. But, he wanted his viral moment. He had a GoPro there.
But with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
Yeah, but he can definitely hit that shot with that weapon and that scope.
Hold up. Let's see the AK-47 distance. Shooting distance. 47. Let me see. So AK-47 distance range. Okay. Effective firing range is about 350 380 yards. And that's what he said.
Not the best gun.
Long distance.
Pro there. Tells that this guy that he used,
between 300 and 500 yards.
All right, so 300 to 500 yards. That's make it simple for you guys. 3 to 5 football fields away. So, good distance away. That's the weapon that he used might have not been the best. And the way he had it propped up, obviously that tells that this guy didn't have that much training. But, he wanted his viral moment.
Isn't this dude a former military? Is he former military? If he's former military, then his account's suspended. Damn, X got to it quick. Is he former military? That's a real question. Yeah, that's a good question. I like this. Is he former military? That's what we gotta find out.
Why are you here?
56 from the U.S. From North Carolina originally, so I live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. We're battling a situation here where
trying to see. The only reason I'm playing this video again, I'm trying to see if he says anything that points that he was former military. Because when we look at the stuff on Google, and I know Google's not a thing, but it said the effective range of an AK-47 is about 300 yards. Its maximum range is different from the M16. U.S. Army soldiers use. Marines can fire 5-6 bullets up to 600 yards. See, wasn't really designed for marksmanship. So that's the thing. Iron scope, but he had a scope. That's the thing. He had a. Let's see. Last thing. So he could have. He could have made it. He could have thing.
He had a GoPro there.
But with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
Yeah, but he can definitely hit that shot with that weapon and that scope. Not the best gun. An AR would have been probably better, but, you know, yeah.
He would have used the case.
For the Secret Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into it. With a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long.
The reason why I'm saying the fence, he was going to use the fence as a damn, I forgot the name of it. So in Call of Duty, you have a little thing underneath to grip it, to hold your gun. He's probably going to use that to balance the gun out to get his shots off. Because of the recoil. Because unless he's former military and he had training using this gun, bro, getting that shot off with that amount of people around Trump, you have to make sure you hit Trump. Because the moment the shots are off, they're going to jump on Trump. And you're not going to get that shot off because they're vested up.
Long distance.
For the Secret Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
Okay, they asked how far was the Secret Service agent from the would-be assailant?
I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into it.
Reports of the 4 rounds of ammunition were fired. Were all 4 of those from your agent?
That is correct. 4 to 6.
They asked how many, approximately 4 shots were shot. Were they all shot by your agent?
6. We're not sure yet.
Was there a long distance?
4 to 6, they're saying.
Explain why.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, he said it was long distance. So all right. See, this is where stuff gets mucky. If dude's right here, and Buddy's right here, or if dude's right here, and Buddy's right over here, how do you see him? Man, that's what we got. We're gonna call him Little Sam. We got Little Sam right here. Let's drop Little Sam off. Boop. Turn. We can't go through here. So he walks through these bushes, right? How? All right, this is the street. All right, this is the street. He parks his car right here, put the emergency brakes on, saying, emergency, flat or car trouble. The cars don't go around. It's 3 lanes, so he's good. He walks through the bushes. Boom. All right? All right, Sam, we're going to back you out, little Sammy. Question is, you see that bush right there? That bush is right here. He's right here. How do you see that? This is where the conspiracy theories are going to come in and stuff's going to get mucky. How did he see him from a long distance? How? Let me go back here.
Yes, ma'am.
And obviously, Secret Service is going to be on edge, right? Obviously, they tried to kill Trump literally like 2 months ago, so they're going to shoot first, ask questions later, man.
How this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all that. Good. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
So how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery. So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right? And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the city president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course.
Hold up. We gotta say it's breaking news, but I just gotta check this out, y'all.
I don't do paper though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. Whatever people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran? Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. Whatever people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the powers, fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper though. I just told you that.
Dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
We're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to class.
Go to
I'm a
class,
scholar.
then. Go to class. Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
So this is apparently the shooter on a video on Gideon. This is crazy. This is very weird. This is very, very creepy. Very, very weird that this is on. Shout to Cartier, Miami. He's the one who sent this to me. This is very disturbing.
I don't do paper though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. Whatever people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the powers, fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper though. I just told
Come
you
on,
that.
dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
We're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to class.
Go to
I'm a
class,
scholar.
then. Go to class. Well, the Ukrainians have a...
That is interesting. But all right, let's see what mine.
Force around it. But because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
Which direction was the shrubbery where he was? North, south? I guess east, west, south is the road?
The layout of the golf course, you've got 3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right? One of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress. And he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was on.
Hold up. So Congress is right here. Congress is right here. I'm right. I'm fucking right. He was over here. I'm fucking right. Oh shit. I was right. I'm right. I was right. So he was right over here. He was right. See, now we get to a monkey. Well, I said monkey situation. I said monkey. A mucky situation. Where was the agent? How did he see him? You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing, guys. What the hell this agent was at? How did you see him? Because he's over here in the bushes around here. It says Summit, Congress. I've been on Congress. I've never been to this spot, but I know where Congress is at. So he's over here, right? He's over here. How the hell did he see him? How the hell did he see him, bruh? That don't make sense.
Another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are?
Okay, so he's saying he's on the golf course. So he goes through here. I'm gonna be honest. I've been through bushes before. It's not a pleasant feeling to go through. So he's over here. They say he's on the golf course, right? So if he's on the golf course, my question is, how the hell? This is the point thing. He goes through here. We saw that. Let's see if we can find that picture again. Let's find a picture. Because we know he was on the thing. Find that picture. What's this? Hell no. Let's find a picture. I want to find, because the picture they have is a fence. We can't zoom in all the way, but there is no fence. So he had to be past the thing. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. They're saying Facebook. Let's go to it. Facebook deleted his account the second his name was released. That's weird. His thing should not be thing. None of that should be deleted. Damn it, where's the gun? Because we probably got. I don't want to go through all this to find it. Why is Zelensky name popping up? Trump. See? Trump Hitler. Trump is not Hitler. Trump is not. We need to stop saying shit like that. That does not help us. That hurts us. Alright, let me go to media, see if there's pictures. I'm not gonna lie, I might save this picture. I be like this picture. I like this picture. I can't hit my dog Trump. All right, here it is. Boom. We see that the gun's in a fence, trees, right? We roll back to the map. The only logical place for that fence to be is right here with the shrubbery. There is no fence over here. Unless right here. But he said he was close to Congress and Summit. So that's right here. He's over here. So he did make it to the golf course. He probably he used the scope. So he probably took the scope off the gun, scoped out to see where Trump at. He probably, he sees the party where Trump is at, right? And then he goes back over the fence and thing. But again, how did the agent see him? Was the agent over here? Was the agent right here? We know the person's on this. This is where he's at, right here. He has to be over here. He said between Summit and Congress. So he's right over here. It's the best point. He has to be over here. This is interesting. Let's see.
Former President Donald Trump. This is now a potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed?
All right, he's asking if they've changed the way they protect the president. Have things changed? If you can elaborate.
What you make of all this?
Yes, the threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times. So yes.
We're done with questions right now. There's really nothing more for us to add. I just want to tell you, the Secret Service and the FBI and the State Attorney's Office have been fantastic to work with. And I can tell you right now, our agency with this real-time crime center was fabulous. That's how we got the guy. We started out with, we don't know anything, to where we had a tag, we had a vehicle description, and we got an area where we saw the person. So be proud of your law enforcement. All right, thanks folks, we'll get back to you.
Boom, all right.
I believe that's the chief. I'm going with that's the chief. His last statement of be proud of your law enforcement, he's absolutely right. We need to be proud of the law enforcement. 100%. Because, again, let me just zoom out of here because this is important, god dang it. First of all, if it's not an inside thing, how the hell did the agent see him? And the agent saw him, got up, just started laying shots out. He saw him, got shots off. That's big, right? After doing that, dude gets back in his car, probably goes through the bushes, jumps the fence again, jumps in a whip, and as we know, he went all the way to damn near Jupiter. If you don't know, Jupiter to Miami is about an hour 30 minutes, hour 45 minutes, depending on how you ride. If you're driving slow, you're cruising, it won't take you hour 30 minutes, give or take. So he went over here, and they caught him. So that's interesting. So we got
let's
to
go ahead and see
law
what
enforcement.
else is going right now. Let's see if the New York Post updated anything here. Nope. We'll go ahead and go.
We are coming on the air with breaking news about former President Donald Trump, who is safe, according to his campaign, as the FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination, in their words, of former President Trump. 4 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News Secret Service fired in the direction of a person with a gun just outside Mr. Trump's golf course in South Florida today, and that they recovered an AR-style rifle. They say one person is in custody tonight. Want to show you, we're about to hear an update from officials there in Palm Beach County in Florida. It looks like that news conference is going to begin any second. And as it does, I want to bring in our correspondent, Tom Winter, who's been following this. Bring us up to speed on what we know, and Tom, importantly, what we don't know, because there's still some real big questions here, too.
Big questions here, Hallie, as far as the sequence of events, but as best we can figure it out, when the former president or any president is on a golf course in what's called an off-the-record event, in other words, they don't tell us about it ahead of time, it's not publicized, what the Secret Service does is they fan out agents behind the president or their protectee or in front. The agents that were in front, several holes ahead of Trump, were told spot an individual along the tree line or in the bushes outside of the property, the golf property, where Trump was playing golf. They see him. It's not clear whether he was aiming at the former president, whether he was aiming at the Secret Service agents or something else, but they see clearly, according to them and the law enforcement officials we've been speaking to, they see that this individual is armed. They fire upon that individual. He flees, dropping the weapon, and then is pursued by local law enforcement who has the license plate and has the details and the information to make that pursuit. They take that person into custody. The Secret Service and law enforcement find an assault-style rifle, a semi-automatic rifle, in the bushes there, and perhaps some other items as well. That's something we're still trying to figure out. So it does appear, to bottom line it, Hallie, that an armed individual with a semi-automatic...
One second, guys.
rifle was outside of the property where Donald Trump was playing golf this afternoon, and the Secret Service engaged with that individual in gunfire. The question is whether or not that person fired upon the Secret Service or fired upon Trump prior to the Secret Service engaging. There's a lot of conflicting information, as you might imagine, Hallie, at this stage of the investigation, but that's something that we're trying to figure out, as well as who this individual is and what their specific motive might be. But the statement from the FBI, as just put in by our colleague Ken Delanian, is abundantly clear. They view this as yet another attempted assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
Coming just about 2 months, of course, after that first attempted assassination against the former president in Butler, Pennsylvania. Now, the suspect was caught basically up I-95, so north of Palm Beach County, in a different county. And the sheriff there says when taken into custody, the suspect appeared relatively calm in demeanor. Do we know anything else about where this investigation goes from here, Tom? Because as you point out, the big question I think remaining is, did this person get a shot off, essentially, on former President Trump, on the Secret Service, et cetera?
Right. And all indications are here, Hallie, given the fact that these agents were several holes away from Donald Trump, that if he was firing upon them, believing that the president was part of this group, well, then likely he was far, far away from where Trump was. We should note that no shots or rounds are believed to have been found near Trump at all. He was immediately taken to safety by the Secret Service.
And just so you guys know, we'll be doing a Zoom call with our Cast Club members after this stream. So just, you know, castclub.tv, guys, make sure you're on in. Get the grandfather in at really cheap. So I don't know what some of you are be trolling.
Is that be able to hit Trump if
right,
even
guys,
they be able to get an
real quick. I have to head somewhere, so I'm gonna hop off. Thank you guys for joining. This is an unfortunate day that this occurred. I'm gonna jump back on once I get back to the crib. So let me leave right now so I can get everything done. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I gotta come up with a slogan. But